When you're walking downtown on a hot summer day in Belfast, you might want to stop for a tasty treat. And Scoops and Crepes is a wonderful place to satisfy that craving. They've got great ambiance, great food, and so many choices.
Wow, look at those options. Wonder what I should get. I could get a crepe with a salad and a fountain soda. Or maybe I could skip straight to dessert and get a homemade gelato or a tortellini. Or I could get one of the over 30 ice cream flavors on a fresh-made waffle cone. Or an espresso on a cloud or one of the other sundaes. I wish I could have it all. Maybe I can at Scoops and Crepes in downtown Belfast. Do your kids need something fun to do this summer? Consider the Game Loft in downtown Belfast. For more than 10 years, the Game Loft has served children and youth who enjoy playing non-electric games. The Game Loft is open Monday through Friday from 1 to 6 p.m. and until 8:30 p.m. on Friday nights. Monday is Young Gamers Day at the Game Loft, when kids ages 6 through 12 get to play in the Pokemon Club, role-play games, or traditional board games. Tuesday through Friday, the program serves youth from the ages of 12 to 18. At the Game Loft, young people play trading card games like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh!, role-play games, miniatures games, traditional games like chess or cribbage, or strategy board games. Some games have specific schedules, and others are open to anyone who drops in. We also serve hot meals and snacks that are free to anyone participating. You can come by for a schedule or check them out online. The program is free and open to the public, but donations are greatly appreciated.
Well, here we are at the Belfast Dog Park. Now you might ask, why do we have a dog park? In Belfast, lots of people walk their dogs, and we do have a leash law, and we do have a pooper-scooper law. So when you bring them here, there are two divisions here for small dogs and big dogs, and you can bring them over here and they can run free in a really lovely environment.
I'm Phil Reed. I run a shop in Northport, Maine on Route 1 called Reed's. We sell scooters and late model sport bikes. The scooters are the big part of my sales because we live in Belfast, Camden area. There's a lot of little roads and a lot of little towns in between they can explore.
Well, it's hard to get on the ferry, the Islesborough ferry. And the easiest way to do it is by a motorcycle or a scooter. You avoid all the lines and you go to the head of the line and you're assured of getting on every time you go. I took the advice of Phil Reed where I bought it, and it's worked out very well indeed.
I give people every bit of advice I can get them, whether it be the apparel end of it, the experience, riding skill building end of it, or the maintenance of their motorcycle.
This is the third year I've had it, and Phil comes and picks it up when it gets too cold to drive, and he services it, keeps it indoors, and brings it back in the spring. And he's very helpful on technical questions, service questions. I recommend him highly. When
people store their bike with me for the winter time, I get it prepped for the next season by doing an oil change and go over the bike, all the service-related items it needs. I try to maintain every bike as if it was my own. I have pride in every bike that goes out the door.
Hi, I'm Megan Panett, President of the Belfast Historical Society and Museum, and I'm standing in Grove Cemetery on Upper Main Street, and you might think this is an unusual place to be, but really, Grove Cemetery is one of our most beautiful cemeteries, and it's full of wonderful people who have made their mark in Belfast histories. And it's just a great place to stroll around and absorb some of the historical aspects of our community. A few other activities that I'd like to tell you about going on this summer in Belfast are the ongoing Church Street Walking Tour. This is a free brochure and it's available at the Belfast Museum or at the Belfast Area Chamber of Commerce office on Lower Main Street. It takes a wonderful walk down Church Street, mostly with a historical but also an architectural view of life here in Belfast in the probably mid-1800s to late 1800s as well. Also, The Museum in the Street, sponsored by the Belfast Historical Society. This is a 30-panel walking tour with vintage photographs and text describing people, places, and events that have happened in Belfast history. And of course, there's the Belfast Historical Society Museum, which is located at 10 Market Street, the corner of Church and Market Streets. Our summer hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 11 till 4. Admission is free. The museum opens on June 20th and we go right through Labor Day. Please visit our website, belfastmuseum.org, for more information about the museum and also our other programs.
The Penobscot Bay Area has a rich maritime tradition, and that's why the Penobscot Marine Museum here in Searsport is such an interesting place to visit. Searsport may be small, but back in the day it was home to 50% of the nation's sea captains. And new this year in Searsport is the Museum in the Streets, which has already existed in Belfast for several years and is a great way to explore a city and get to know about its history.
There are many lovely parks in Belfast. We're standing in the Belfast City Park right at the moment. This park is wonderful. It has swimming pool that is open to the public as well as tennis courts. It has a very nice walking beach behind me. There are horseshoes, there are outdoor grills. There is this wonderful little gazebo that you can actually have a little get-together at. But the most magnificent thing of all is that there is a brand new children's park in the process right now that will be ready this summer. You must come to see it.
Well, the time's flown by and we've tried to show you many of the interesting and fun things to do in this area, but of course we can't show you everything, but part of the fun is discovering those things on your own.
And if you really think that this area is something that you have fallen in love with, I would be delighted to answer any of your questions about real estate.
So thanks for watching, and for however long you're here, we hope you enjoy your stay in Mid-Coast, Maine.